Hello there. About 2 years ago, a little bit over 2 years ago actually, I did a review on my Rebounder. I loved it then, and I thought it would be a good idea for me to revisit the idea of having a Rebounder, share my experience for the last 2 years, tell you what I've learned, tell you how I use it, and what I would suggest if you're looking for one for yourself. Welcome in, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. Oh my gosh, I really am very interested in sharing this information today because I think it's important. If you're new here, welcome in. I hope you'll consider subscribing before you leave and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want all the good stuff, you might want to sign up for my Sunday morning email newsletter. The link is in the description box down below. Every Sunday morning, I send out a very short, very sweet, but very free email newsletter featuring all the cool things I found throughout the week, whether it was a good sale or a great recipe or something I thought was good information. Whatever I would share with you if we were out together having coffee, that's what goes in the Sunday morning email newsletter. It is by far and away the most popular thing about my channel. Sunday morning has become quite the tradition with the viewers of Pretty Over 50 to grab their coffee and read the Sunday morning email newsletter. Again, the link is in the description box down below. Super easy to sign up, super free, super fun. I think you're going to love it. Today, I'm going to be talking all about rebounding, but first, a word from our sponsor, who happens to be City Beauty. It is the favorite sale of the year of you guys and of mine. It is the City Beauty City Lips BOGO sale. We all love this sale. This is one of my favorite sales, if not my favorite sale throughout the year, because this is when I stock up on my City Lips lip gloss, which I absolutely love. You know, I've been doing my channel, gosh, almost 5 years now. I have tried a ton of lip glosses, and I'm not kidding you, a ton. This is still my favorite. I absolutely love it for a few reasons. First of all, super hydrating. Second of all, it really stays on. The BOGO sale is one of the most popular sales for all of the viewers of my channel. And what it is that you buy one City Lips and you get one free. So it's very popular. Here's the deal. I have all the information in the description box down below, so you can see the dates of the sale. Now, take heed. It's not a long sale. It's like 3 or 4 days, and you need to use the code in the description box in order to get the BOGO sale. I have in the past done a couple of videos where I tried on all the colors. Those are really helpful because sometimes when you're looking on a website, you can't really tell what the color looks like. So I'll go ahead and link down below the videos I've done so you can see what the colors look like on actual skin and on actual person. Now keep in mind, if your coloring's a lot different than mine, it might look a little bit different, but it'll give you more information than just seeing the color on the website. In addition, they have some new colors that I want to show you today because I think they're interesting. I have 3. I'm not sure if there's more new colors than that, but these are the 3 that I have. This first one, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go get my glasses. I can't see this. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, this is Orchid. This is so pretty. It's purple, but you know what? I tried this on my lips and it's kind of a lilac-y color, but it doesn't come out that color on your lips. It's really pretty. If cool tones go well for you, you might love this. This is Orchid. Another new one is called South Peach. They always have kind of these funny little play on words. Now this one is a peachy toned sheer gloss. You can see it right there. So that's the Orchid, that's the peachy tone, the South Peach. And then this next one, if you have the right coloring for this, I don't think I do, but oh my gosh, this color is absolutely stunning. This is Coral Sunrise. It is so pretty. So I'm gonna put that right here. Oh my golly, if you have the coloring for this, that is absolutely stunning. So all of these are in the BOGO sale. Now I'm going to show you some of my favorites. What I'm wearing today is I have on a pink lip liner and then I put San Diego on over it. Really, really pretty. You can see I go through these a lot. And then my favorite to have on hand all the time, everywhere, is the clear. This is what I use around the house. This is what I keep in my car. This is what I keep in my purse. It's in the basket on my couch. This is everywhere. And this sale, the BOGO sale, is when I stock up on my clear because I go through the clear. This is what I use to hydrate my lips. So here's the deal with the City Lips BOGO sale. And I know a few things because I've done this for a few years now, at least talked about the sale. First of all, like I said, it's not a long sale. It's like 3 or 4 days. I'll have all the dates listed in the description box down below. What you do is you put 2 lip glosses in your cart, 2, 4, 6, 8, however many you get. But I'll tell you, this is when I stock up because I think they do this about every 6 months. So I kind of make sure that I get what I'm going to be using for the next 6 months because I like getting them at, buy one, get one. So you put a multiple of 2 in your cart, and then when you go to check out, it takes out half of those. Don't be confused by that. That's how you do it. The last thing I want to say about the BOGO sale is they sell out. The popular colors sell out right away. And I've actually had years where people, like 2 hours after the sale started, and I posted a video that morning, they'll email me and say, my favorite colors are already gone. So keep that in mind. If you know you're going to purchase, go ahead and do it right away because then you're not going to miss out. Anywho, so it's the City Lips BOGO sale. Again, you put multiples of 2 in your cart, and then when you go check out, it will show the, 50% of the buy one, get one reflected in your cart. It's a great sale. Everybody loves it. City Lips still is hands down my favorite lip gloss. I think you're going to love it too. Now I want to move on to my rebounder. And what I'm going to be talking about today is my thoughts after more than 2 years, because I was using it before I started doing that video, how I started in, what my routine is today, and what you want to look for if you're thinking about getting one for yourself. So starting from the beginning, how do I feel about my rebounder over 2 years in? Here's the truth. I love it more than I did in the beginning. I am not kidding you one little bit. I can't think of a single thing I don't like about rebounding at all. And here's how it started. I thought rebounders were really stupid. I did. I thought that is the dumbest thing because I'm a hiking, kayaking girl. I'm like a get out there and, grunt around in the sun and that sort of thing. I thought jumping up and down in a little mini trampoline in your house was so dumb. And then I got one and I thought, this is not going to be a good workout. This is ridiculous, but I'll go ahead and try it. So I hopped on the rebounder and jumped up and down about 4 times. And oh my gosh, I had to get off. I was shocked at how much it was affecting my muscle structure. I really was. In other words, I went from somebody thinking this was really stupid to someone who absolutely loves rebounding, and I would recommend it to almost anybody. If you have 2 legs, this is a great exercise for you. What I noticed, and I want you to think about if you get a rebounder, is the exercise of rebounding is different than anything else I was doing. So it really shocked me the amount of engagement I was getting in my muscles. What I noticed right away when I started jumping up and down on my rebounder was the impact on my torso. And I'm not just talking about my ab area, I'm talking about my back all the way around. You will be so surprised if you end up purchasing one, how much engagement that core area, 360. I'm not just talking about the front of the abs. I'm talking about all the way around your torso, how much engagement you get from jumping up and down on a rebounder. And I was absolutely stunned. As a matter of fact, when I first started my rebounder, and you might want to keep this in mind if you end up getting one, I couldn't do more than 30 or 45 seconds at a time because of that muscle engagement, particularly on my back. Because I had not been doing exercises that engage those muscles, that muscle structure around your whole lower back. I had not been doing exercises that engage that. And oh my gosh, it really, really hit me. So my journey from rebounding went from thinking it was really stupid to now I absolutely love it. When I first started, again, I started very slowly because I had to. I did not have the strength in my core, particularly 365, to do it more than just 30 to 45 seconds at a time. Plus that, that feeling of jumping up and down, we don't do that in daily life. We just don't. And it was so shocking to me. It still makes me laugh when I think about it. So I started very, very slow. I started 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Then I would do a minute. Then I would do a minute a couple of times a day. Then I got up to 90 seconds. I just eased myself into it. Why? Because first of all, I don't like doing stuff that feels really uncomfortable. I just wanted to work my way into it. And that really was just about all I could comfortably do between the aerobic activity of jumping up and down and all the engagement throughout your entire body that comes from this. I really have gained a big, big respect for rebounding. I don't think it's stupid anymore. And I'm really so very grateful that I found out about it. Now I want to get into the reasons why I feel like this is such a great at-home exercise device. I've had mine for over 2 years now, and I actually brought it across country with me. I moved from the West Coast to the East Coast, and I drove an SUV with my kayak on top and my 2 animals, my cat and my dog, inside. I sold everything else. Everything I kept was in that SUV. I didn't ship anything. Everything I owned was in that SUV coming across the country with me from the West Coast to the East Coast. And I included my rebounder in that SUV. What I did is I just took it apart and I was able to load it in so it was a very, very small area. Now my rebounder is very handy because the legs actually unscrew. So I can take it all apart and make it into very, very small pieces. So it came across the country with me. When I arrived in South Carolina, I put it back together. It took me maybe 20 minutes. And you know what? It was ready to go. I didn't have to grease it or oil it or fix any parts or anything. It just is almost maintenance free. As a matter of fact, the only thing that I really do with my rebounder is every now and again, I'll just check the legs to see if they've come loose a little bit and I'll just tighten them up. For me, I have not necessarily always had the rebounder in my routine. Sometimes I've been going to the gym more, sometimes I've been doing other things. So it's super easy for me to unscrew the legs and tuck it away under, let's say, the guest bed or in the garage. Somewhere it just goes away really, really easily and quickly. And then if I want to bring it back in, like I have done now, I just put the legs back on and boom, I'm ready to go. My particular unit, I've had it over 2.5 years now. It still feels brand new. There hasn't been any degradation in the strength of the pad that you jump up and down on. The springs are still, it's just all works perfectly. So let me talk now about the routine that I am doing. And then I'm going to give you a little challenge if you end up getting a rebounder on your own, or if you already have one and you just haven't been using it. Right now, I do 5-minute increments. So I'll get on my rebounder, I'll jump up and down for 5 minutes, and I'll do that at least 2 times a day. Sometimes I'll do up to 4 a day. So 4 5-minute units. That's 20 minutes of rebounding. And when I'm jumping up and down, I engage my calves by hopping up onto the balls of my feet as I'm lifting off. So you really can get a workout throughout your entire leg area. Does it just impact your legs? Oh my gosh, no. It impacts everything, because think about it. You're sending your whole body up and then bringing it back down again. Every single muscle in your body gets engaged to at least some extent. And as I mentioned, that core workout, particularly, well, obviously in the front, because you're lifting your legs, so you're going to be engaging those ab muscles. But the core workout you get around the back, it's so good. It just is so very thorough. So I'm doing anywhere from 10 to probably probably 20 minutes a day, but just because it's my nature, I break it into little 5-minute sections. So I will usually jump on it when I'm shifting tasks. Let's say I've been working on the computer and now I'm going to go into the kitchen and unload the dishwasher. I'll take 5 minutes and bounce up and down on my rebounder. Where I keep my rebounder now is on the far side of my bed in my bedroom. So it's tucked around there. I just walk around my bed, jump up and down for 5 minutes, then I'm done, and then I'll go on to my next task. So when you are first starting, don't be worried or feeling like you're not doing enough if you're just starting really slow. By golly, I did, because I really couldn't do any more than that. But now that 5 minutes of jumping up and down is something I look forward to. It's like 5 minutes that I can just have a little peace and quiet, or I can just think things through, or it just gets my blood flowing. It just really, really feels good. So if you want a little challenge, I'm going to give you a little challenge. If you own a rebounder and you haven't really used it, or if you're thinking about purchasing a rebounder, here's the challenge. Do at least 5 minutes a day for 6 weeks, every day. 5 minutes a day is super easy. And here's what you're going to see. You are going to be stunned and amazed at how toned your legs are after those 6 weeks. I'm not kidding you one little bit. You will be shocked how much it really does to improve the muscle strength of your legs and the tone of your legs. I am always surprised when I get back in my rebounder routine. And like I said, sometimes I'm doing other things, but my rebounder will tone my legs up like that. It is so very quick because there's so much engagement. So if you start doing this, if you have one at home and you haven't really used it, or if you purchase one, put it on your calendar, 6 weeks of at least 5 minutes a day. And I'll tell you, you're going to be sending me an email saying, holy smokes, I can't believe the difference in my legs. That's the truth. Now, as far as what kind of rebounder to buy if you don't own one and you're thinking about it, here's what I can say. When you are jumping up and down on a rebounder, you want the pad or the surface that you're jumping up and down on to not flex a lot, because that's how you're going to end up being injured. You're going to roll an ankle, you're going to get off balance, whatever. So you want to make sure that you get a quality rebounder, that trampoline area is very stiff. Mine is still very stiff. I can't even tell a difference in the flatness of my bed from when I first started using it till now. If you end up getting an inexpensive or like a cheaper one, I don't think inexpensive is necessarily a good criteria, but one that's not made as well as it could be, and you end up with that kind of a divoting in the middle, that's a recipe for disaster. You want to make sure you have one that's going to stay as flat as possible. In addition, a lot of the rebounders now, and there's tons of companies that make rebounders, a lot of the companies now offer a stable bar, a stabilization bar that actually hooks onto the outside frame of the rebounder, and you can hold onto it while you jump up and down. If you feel uncertain about your balance or you're just uncomfortable jumping up and down, that could be something that you could add to your purchase to make it feel a little bit more stable. The second thing I would say is if there's two sizes, I would really suggest that you look at the large size. I ended up getting the larger size when I got mine, and I'm really glad I did. Just because I never have to worry about getting to the edge or getting my feet into the spring area. I just like having that little bit extra space around me. And the way that I do my workouts is I jump up and down, but I'm always turning. In other words, I'll jump up and down this way, and then I'll turn a little bit, and then I'll turn a little bit, and then I'll turn a little bit, because I don't want to keep jumping up and down on the same spot and end up creating a divot in that area. If you have a space and you don't want to kind of turn while you're doing it, just turn your trampoline, your little rebounder, an eighth of a turn every time you get on it. Then you can face forward if you like to watch TV or a YouTube channel or something like that. That way you can face forward and you're not jumping up and down in the same spot if you turn it just a little bit. So those are the suggestions I can make. Make sure you get a quality rebounder so that that surface is really, really strong. Mine is still as strong as when I got it. At least it certainly seems like that to me. And I haven't had any issues with it cratering or getting any kind of divots in it. I ended up buying one from a company called Leaps and Rebounds. And what I had done is I had researched about 2.5 years ago. Now I haven't done any research since I got this one because I love it. I just love it. I can't say anything but great things about it. It's super lightweight. It works really well. It's easy to break down. It's just 100% in my book. If you're looking at rebounders, there's lots of companies out there. Just make sure you look at those issues that I talked about, making sure the pad is going to stay nice and stable. If you want to get a stabilization bar, do they offer that? And do they offer larger sizes? I will have my rebounder, or the company I bought my rebounder from, listed in the description box down below, and I'm pretty sure I've got a discount code. So you're welcome to look at that one. But like I said, there's lots and lots of companies out there. You might find one that you like better than the one I have. Although what I can say is if I was to rate mine, definitely 5 out of 5 stars. That's how much I like it. So those are my thoughts on rebounding after having mine for about 2.5 years. First of all, it is an amazing at-home exercise. It's going to tone your legs like nobody's business. You're going to get a great core workout, and I mean a 365 workout. It's going to engage every single muscle in your body. Oh, and I forgot one of the really cool things. It engages your lymphatic system. So those puffy under eyes and those swollen ankles and those fingers that look like little sausages, it's really, really going to help lymphatically drain all that backup in your body just from that bouncing up and down. Honestly, I cannot say enough good things about rebounding. I think it's one of the smartest, coolest, most effective at-home exercises we can do. It's very versatile. It's easy to do. All you get on is jump up and down, and you can start super, super slow. So my experience